Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today, unfortunately, I think we have kind of a lot of travel ahead of us again. So I looked up where the sea lane markers are. There's this one that we know about down here that moves between this area and the Jade Sea. Apparently where that actually takes you is like over here all the way against the eastern edge of the map, and there are 3 sea lane markers in the Jade Sea that allow you to teleport from here to somewhere over here, like just southwest of Lustria. And then there's another one of the endpoints is like up here. And it's possible, I don't really know, there's no way to calculate the distances easily, right? It's possible that the fastest thing to do with Aranessa is to sail down to this marker, pop over to the Jade Sea, and then use one of those. Like, if we ended up here, we could just make the trip entirely on the water and get to Ulthuan eventually, or we could come over here and try to like cross at the effectively Central America area. But I'm wondering if, given the amount of turns it will take just to use the sea lanes and the amount of sailing in the wrong direction we have to do, I wonder if it won't be faster to just try to cross around here. Now we're not beloved in this area, although actually our ally the Sinch oracles definitely has given us some cover. Like if we just cross behind their troops, I guess only one of these is actually an army. No, 2 of them. If we just cross behind their troops, maybe it would be okay actually. We don't have a crossing agreement with the Exiles of Khorne anymore, for obvious reasons. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to just make the passage here. Now we know that the last Vampire Count settlement over on this side, the last Caravan of Blue Roses settlement, is all the way against the east wall of the map. So it might make more sense for Henrietta to just get down to the Jade Sea and take one of the alternate routes. We'll see. But I think with Aranessa, at the very least, we're just going to sail west really fast. So let's go ahead and do that.
On course.
And then while that's animating very slowly, Henrietta can maybe get back in the water? I don't know. I don't know if it would save time to get back in the water. We're just going to run this way. And we can do a little bit of replenishment later if we need to, if we actually take damage crossing over all this stuff. Pete needs to... Oof, all right.
Admiral of the fleet. The fleet master has spoken.
Let's have Annie grab this node. Yep, loot the carcass. I'm not afraid of whatever enemies these may be. Oh yeah, it's hardly even a force.
Pistols and cutlasses ready.
How are my Skaven taking so much damage?
You will obey.
Okay. An extra 8,000 gold and an extra 7,000 gold.
Landfolk are weak.
It feels to me like these things will be helpful. I suspect we will be glad we did that. Do you still have meaningful skill points to take? No. No, not really. Okay, well.
Where to?
I'm gonna have her make for Magritta.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Okay, even at full sail mode, they would just barely be able to catch up with me. We're not in any danger of being attacked here. I'm gonna make for Magritta with her, and I might do the same with Robert, actually. I guess I don't know what the enemies are gonna do yet. If they're sailing for Sartosa or even points further south, yeah, I probably don't want Robert moving just yet. But Pete should probably get in the water.
All above board. Ridiculous. Not possible. Certainly not.
Okay, so we can move pretty far out safely. We get this for free without changing movement modes. The question is, do we want to advance further?
Futile.
into a position where they could maybe challenge us. Like at the very edge of our movement range here.
Unwise. Absolutely not.
No, we're just inside the edge of their flank speed move. I don't think they'll be able to attack us. I'm going to move to here, and we're going to present the reinforcement. We'll see what they do with that.
All bones on deck.
Robert, I think just hang out for the moment. I know we have unassigned skill points. There's not a lot I can do about it. Sure, we should probably max this out. We don't have a ton of spare income right now, so maybe we want to hold off on taking upgrades we don't really need. We're 11 turns away from being able to upgrade this any further. Yeah, I'm just going to hold off for the moment. That said, our characters... So do we want to have Wendy act as a scout for Aranessa, or do we want to have Wendy act as a scout for Henrietta? If we have Wendy act as a scout for Henrietta, she's going to be trapped on that side of the map forever, because she can't use the sea lanes, I don't think. I think it's armies only. So let's have her go with Aranessa.
Course plotted.
All right. And once we've resolved this situation with these boats over here, I'm thinking there's some chance we'll start rolling the enemy turn sequence in fast forward mode. I'm always a little leery of it. It is supposed to still show you enemy armies that are moving within the vision of your units. It does not do that reliably, in my experience. Wait, what happened there? They were sieging Dringo Rakaz for a second. I guess they must have attacked it and won? Ugh, the AI loves to... They love to sack a settlement when they should be either burning it or occupying it. And it's not because they're after the money. They will do it to settlements that are not worth anything. The AI just values sacking way, way, way too highly. So yeah, our hope is to cross in this area. I would like to cross entirely in my allies' territory if possible. It'd make my life a lot safer. Because the more we cross Dwarven territory, the more likely the Dwarf faction is to declare war on us. So we're accumulating additional negative opinion for trespassing. Oh, they want to do it. Alright. We should probably start sailing Robert King up to the... Ooh, Hulalian is going south, though. Alright, they're putting the pressure on in a way that's a little frustrating. We'll have to figure that out. And then, honestly, from here, we can probably just fast forward this. So when you're in fast forward mode, it doesn't zoom the camera around to look at movements that you can see. In theory, unless they are, like, a significant threat to you. But very unreliable. It's super hard to predict when it's going to do what. We'll worry about what the Barrow Legion is up to when we're up there with the Barrow Legion again. But honestly, at this point, I feel like the enemy turn sequence is 40 to 50% camera moves, so we can afford to cut some of that out. And then we drop it back to normal speed right before the end of the thing. Okay, Lashiek's having an unhappy populace. Extremely whatever.
Darkness comes.
Maybe the most whatever I have ever felt about a thing. Okay, what do we want now? We finished off all of the things we were building. 49 melee defense is not great. And we can certainly... We could bump it up by 24 points, which would be pretty solid. But, like, do we think that the Mournglow is going to spend a lot of time getting attacked in melee? Is that its major source of danger? I think just taking more raw HP first probably helps a lot, because, like, one of the most major sources of danger for a Mournglow is getting murdered by arrows.
It is your decision.
I'm gonna get up here on land. Inside the city's zone of control. Try to set an ambush. Let's see if we can get them to wander into something.
The seas are mine.
If we can catch one of their navies off balance. And again, I want to be cautious with my approach,
No.
because I don't want to leave Pete in a position where he's likely to get attacked. I am going to move Robert.
All in deckhands.
Let's move Robert toward Kofer for the moment. Just try to get over here and like fend off this extra movement to the south. If that one ship comes along and tries to hit Sartosa, Sartosa can hold for long enough for Robert to reappear.
Certainly not.
I think I'm gonna not full sail Pete here. Let's move in slow. Be threatening, but not immediately double teamable.
Ridiculous. Never.
So Tyrion could make it this far. I'm indicating on my monitor with my finger, so that's not useful necessarily to y'all. Oh, hello. And you're not in full sail, so Master of the Sacred Places. Any friendly ground unit that stands within range of its passive ability gains stalk. Wow. What passive ability is that? 55 meters. Wow. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's just can fly. And they know a couple of spells. It has Chain Lightning, one use of Chain Lightning and two uses of Uranen's Thunderbolt. And there's 3 of them in this army. And like, you know, big monster-based armies traditionally are not the best against us. They do have a Bretonnian peasant mob for some reason. Alright, I'm going to maybe move back just outside of Gorok's movement range.
Blood and plunder.
Trying to keep my eyes on things, keep close, but I'm definitely a little worried about that. I was pretty sure Itza was going to send something. I didn't realize they had already sent it.
Don't linger.
Hate to get war declarations from random assholes on the other side of the world.
Just say so.
I actually don't want you to make landfall, probably until we get to where we're going.
Yes, the winds blow true.
Guess we may as well check out this shipwreck on the way past. Why, it turns out there's people here. Who are they? Half stack of terrible pirates.
Tides rise to battle.
Wow, that's only 680 gold. Let's just take the heal. Okay. That's all right. Plus 10% income from all buildings for 6 turns is cool. It is kind of remarkable what a small amount of extra money that is.
Mathland's wind. See, Father, guide me.
Also, yeah, she's just really fast. Well, may as well take this with the cost reduction. Huzzah. So 3 turns on that, and then another 5 turns before the garrison's upgraded. Bummer. And, you know, we do have our significant building discount. I guess let's take advantage. I don't want to get too low on money, obviously, but...
Fair winds and
Oh my god, it is trying so hard. It's doing everything in its power to prevent me from taking the thing out of fast forward mode. It can be very challenging to switch back. Because the game is really unresponsive to your clicks when it is processing an event actively. Oh, okay. And when you're in fast forward mode, there's basically no downtime. It's just the game is always processing something. When you're in normal speed mode, it's easy enough to get the click in while it's just executing a camera movement or whatever. What is Gorok going to do here? Is he going to chase Pete? He didn't do anything we could see. Whatever it was invisible. Okay, Remamute is fleeing the Wood Elves. They managed to put a couple of armies down south, and so the Skaven push is probably broken, which is a shame for us, obviously. It's nice to have friends distracting our enemies. But we actually care about a pretty small portion of the map overall. Almost everything that happens is irrelevant to us. Not necessarily the case for people generally. Usually as the game ends, you have quite a lot of territory. Okay, Jimbo Woolsey, who I accidentally hired and then immediately fired, is ready to come back to work if I want him. Alright, Alistair, the White Lion. God, they love these all monsters, these like oops all monsters compositions. Well, I feel like we can just jump him.
Strike now, crewman.
I do not think that army is very good against this army. Game agrees. Close victory this time.
The last is upon me. Let's fight.
Oh, that is a lot of extra money, actually. You know what?
Change them for plunder.
We'll take the ransom because we're in friendly territory anyway. Ah, yes, this. The Drowned must absolutely love us.
A trusted officer.
Okay, we're moving into the second tier, where we just take bonuses to our cannons and our mortars, I suppose. And then we'll finally be able to get onto the big red box with the good stuff in it, right as our units are hitting gold.
Blood and plunder.
Oh, we should definitely take the last point of blunderbuss. I missed that was still open. And you can, at this point, start learning some melee defense.
Sea dog. Get shambling. Swiftly now.
Get shambling indeed.
Blood kiss of the seas.
So Gorok's ships simply disappeared. I gotta be honest with you, that makes me a little nervous.
Sails up.
There's no ocean equivalent of ambush mode, so I don't know where the fuck they went. Oh, hey. Hi. This site is home to an ancient shrine to a lost god. Pete's army, I don't know. I'm going to perform better in battle, I guess. Okay, 10 turns of massive physical resistance. Pretty good. And we still got some gold from it. What's your deal?
I don't care for this order.
You are not an impressive force. Okay, that's fine. Out of curiosity.
Only the Grail companions of all.
Okay, yeah, they're...
Yet
Bordello is running from down here. That's why they're making friends with Itza and stuff. Because, like, their normal settlements over here definitely don't belong to them anymore. What is Bellicor doing down here? Man, weird stuff. The map gets weird. Alright, well, Pete, I guess, like, Pete's out of normal movement. Yeah, just, if they attack you, just win. That's my strategy for that.
Get going.
So I'm pretty sure Henrietta's probably following this road for some considerable... I don't even know, like... Where exactly is the place that these things are supposed to be? They're on 2 settlements now, but the terrain that they own is completely impassable mountains. Like, there's not a place for them to have a settlement, even. So there's technically a road over here. So we'll have to go through the jungles. Yeah, I guess our plan is to go... All right, we'll use the south road through these mountains, we're going to generate a lot of negative relations with the Cathay faction, and there's kind of nothing we can do about that because they do not like us enough to give us military passage.
Death.
Yeah, for the moment, just sit in Kofar because there is still
Compass agrees.
an elven army unaccounted for. Where are we trying to make landfall? I guess like around here? Yeah, Lamia.
Sail away.
The Queen of Tides! Catch those winds!
Okay, this is the only place to get up on shore.
Navigating.
Take that corner as tightly as possible.
For Sartosa!
And we're going to be in pissing off the dwarves territory basically instantly. I really wish that my allies were better about conquering enemy territory, but like there's no way through that doesn't go past Misty Mountain, right? Yeah, the only other road takes us so far south. Well, I guess if we travel through the Devil's Backbone, we can just cross empty desert for a while. Maybe that's the safer thing to do. Yeah, so come south, and we could save some time going this way, but then we're crossing Wood Elf territory at the end of the thing anyway. Yeah, we'll take the southern crossing, I guess. Sort of the middle crossing, because the southern crossing you go a lot further south. I want to be in normal mode through the elf turn. Maybe even through Itza's turn. And then fast forward the back half of the enemy squads. Really curious what that ship from Bordelot is going to do, because theoretically they shouldn't be able to... they should not be able to take us to such a degree that they should be fleeing in terror. But I am a little worried that they might have other boats in the area, and I think their movement will tell us a lot about whether or not they do. Alright, are we going to see that that lost Eotanian army? Okay, Tyrion's, I guess, trying to get some revenge. Laurentian is headed... Here's Hulalian. Yep, okay. Wow, a lot of elves. A lot of incoming, actually. Unfortunately, I think the Bretonnians are quite late in the turn order. Yeah, let's go into fast forward. If they attack us, we'll get an attack screen, and if not, who cares? Because it turns out we need to go back home and play defense at the Maelstrom anyway.
My anger rises like the tide.
Oh, were we at war? Sure. Whatever. I did not even remember that, honestly. The AI factions hate the player so much that you'll get so many weird war declarations from factions that are nowhere near you. It's very easy to lose track of a lot of them. Okay,
I
so
cannot.
is Annie back at full health?
We should act now.
Not quite. I wonder.
Absolutely not.
Tyrion's army is like all chariots and shit. Wow, there's a lot of archers. I'm wondering if the play is move forward and try to catch him coming out of the water. They sit in ambush mode somewhere. I kind of want to take another turn to heal.
We'll intercept. Trooping.
So we'll go into ambush mode and I'll wait right here. We'll see how that goes. I guess I should be taking points in boost income first, really.
Yes.
Alright, Pete heads home.
Birthing.
Fire. far beneath an archmage.
Laurentian is bringing 7 dragons and a phoenix. But the Galleon's Graveyard has 38 units of defenders, so hopefully that'll be enough to turn her around, because I don't actually want to fight her. I want her to just go home.
Agreed.
Capitaine!
And Wendy, you are left with nothing of value to do.
Voyaging.
Well, we'll get her back to the world. She'll function as a scout somewhere.
For eternity. Follow, shipmates!
I do not understand how the caravan of Blue Roses managed to take a settlement. All of their armies are so terrible. Oh, Gorok is headed over here as well. Okay, that changes my mind about some things. Do we need Annie to... Robert might not be in position to hold this down.
Ship shape.
The crew are restless.
And Tyrion's a threat. He's less of a threat to me than he is to, gosh. This is pretty bad.
Standing by.
Okay, so what we might need to do here is pull some raised deads. Oof, there's not even depth guard in this pool. Like, there's one melee unit that is kind of okay. Maybe I need to do some recruitment then. Get a Necrofex Colossus in one turn. It's nice to have that option pretty much everywhere. Yeah, we might have to go ahead and finish the recruitment of that army and put ourselves on negative income for a little while. I don't love that, but don't know what else we're going to do. Because we're just getting overwhelmed, and Araness is not back yet to play defense, and we're in too many places at once. We're 1356 until this wears off, and then we're going to lose like at least 1,000.
What is your demand?
We can, at a moment's notice, snatch a couple of regiments of renown and do some dead raising. But that ability to do some dead raising is a lot better when you can raise some like reasonably heavy infantry. And recruiting heavy infantry this way is going to cost us time. Shit, I need to deal with Tyrion though before Annie can leave this area.
Let us raid.
Promising.
What kind of guy is Robert? Robert is a mastermind, so Robert does not have the bonus ambush chance.
Voyage on. We'll intercept.
But I don't want to be in the settlement, I don't think. I want to be nearby.
And even quiet.
In a position where I can launch an ambush battle against them with reinforcements if they come on shore incorrectly. Maybe we just take the really terrible, but notably very low upkeep units to fill out. This Regiment of Renown unit is actually pretty good. These deck droppers I'm a lot less excited about. So they have a special armor piercing bomb that they throw. Or a special armor sundering bomb, which is cool. That's what makes them a little bit better than normal deck droppers. It's not immediately clear to me what this Regiment of Renown is doing that is different. They're red, which is cool. Normal Morgels don't have the hunger, I think. Maybe that's what it is. Alright. Come on board. Probably not. Honestly, deck droppers are just not. Once your enemy starts to get, like, access to their decent ranged units, it gets so hard to use deck droppers. Yeah, and maybe we just, for the moment, fill out with kind of crummy bodies, because they're bodies. Do I want to pull 2 more units just to be, like, full? All right. With all of those units being garbage, we're maintaining. Just like raw numbers will help somewhat with the auto resolve chance. All right, are we actually done with everybody? Annie's probably not moving on purpose. Robert's not moving any further on purpose. Okay, this is a little tense. Once our Anessa gets back over here, everything's going to be so much smoother. It would be really nice if the Dark Elves could show up and actually do some damage. Oh, thank you. Okay, they took Misty Mountain. We're not even using that path at this point, but them actually taking stuff in the mountains is going to make it so much less likely that we have to fight the dwarves anytime soon. But yeah, it would be cool if the Dark Elves or like any of the elf players' other enemies would put enough pressure on them that they don't feel they can send 5 stacks in a sort of shotgun formation out to harass me from every side at the same time. Alright, I assume Hilalion sees through the ambush. No! Actually, Hilalion did not see through the ambush. And yeah, we will absolutely take this close victory. Didn't realize that their force was going to get pressed 2 minutes into battle from the outside. That's a tremendous amount of luck for us. This is hardly any replenishment against a huge amount of money. Okay, that makes things a lot better. It's still a little scary because... What are you doing? It's still a little scary because that's not going to do anything to diminish Gorok's power. And we're probably going to have to deal with this other army that we're very unprepared for. Or he's just going to leave, seeing that he no longer has as clear of an advantage. Maybe? I don't know. I don't trust it. But Robert King is doing exactly what we hired him to do. Hard to be too upset about that. I may end up firing the majority of the units that we hired there. I don't actually want a bunch of fucking deckhands on the payroll, you know, even if we're not paying them very much. Small differences matter right now. Also, I assume it's not, you know, on the payroll, meaning that we're paying for the upkeep of their gear and stuff, I'm assuming. Right? We're not paying them. They're zombies. Seems like we shouldn't have to. I might hold on to them for the moment, though. And in fact, we're going to move to Lashiek. Because I don't know what this guy's doing. He might go for Sorcerer's Islands, or... Let's just stay alert and immobile.
Yes?
And he's going to do the same. Larishion...
Even the Lawmaster could not.
Larishion wants to actually do this, and I think we have a pretty significant advantage here, especially with your units being damaged already. Yeah. It's too much big monsters. And really, like, no ranged to speak of. So as soon as they have enough infantry to be a problem, but this composition's a little bit more resilient to infantry than some of our earlier game stuff. And we're just gonna like pick off their monsters one by one and
War and infamy.
I guess we'll just take the ransom because we're sitting here in friendly territory the whole time anyway.
To the sea knows my fate.
Yeah, we'll be healed up soon enough. Oh no, you're hitting the point where you're going to run out of ways to spend skill points.
Undead raiders.
Okay, lots of important stuff to build while we still have access to our discount. That requires tier 5, and worth noting, this allows us to recruit Necrofex Colossi, so it gives us a little bit of efficiency in that way as well. Yeah, I guess the standard recruitment structures go up.
Treasure!
Feeling pretty okay about things at this point.
Get moving!
The tension of the multi-attack has resolved. Yeah, I think we have to use this road. Annie probably just hangs out here. We're gonna see what Low Lillian is doing.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Although we could just sail right at her, I suppose. I'd prefer to get her to come up on land. Alright, Wendy continues to move in some kind of direction.
Yes, sir.
We'll have her take a slightly different path. And we ended up with a bunch of extra money, so let's take the upgrades that are available to us. All right, that nearly caps out that building or that city. Still waiting a bunch in Magrita. Okay. Let's see what Low Lillian is up to. And if Low Lillian either sails away or gets up on land and allows us to capture her, then I think we can maybe get a little bit aggressive with Annie again. Try to hold the flow of elves back at Elftown. After we negotiate all of this, we still have to actually go and kill the Bear Legion. Ooh, Musalon is now held by Norskins. Okay, that's a kill. Okay, we're probably going to lose Liberis. That's fine. It generated an awful lot of money for us while it lived. Gorok is coming back. Gorok is really leaving. Okay. Fine by me. Yeah, I don't know what Low Lillian is thinking with that army not even being full size. Like, even if I didn't have a defensive army, which she believes is the case because she can't see Annie, what is that stack going to accomplish? Just like run around in raid mode and steal a couple hundred gold from me every turn? But whatever, they will pay the price for their attempt to pressure me, and then maybe we'll go up there and burn some stuff down, just for the hell of it. Really just to give Aranessa a smokescreen to sail over to the Bear Legion's lands. Alright, recruit Warbeasts to get Warbeast focused. No thanks, I'm good.
It shall be done.
Alright, this should be no problem. She's gonna back off, and then oh, she's not, actually. She's in full sail mode.
Drop anchor.
She's gonna get murked.
Fight.
We're gonna take the replenishment, because I didn't know Altharion was here. And we're gonna sail back to
Sail
Magrita.
the world. sheets to the wind.
Let's get reset to full.
Has the crew's respect.
I thirst.
May as well take mentor, I guess. A lot of the a lot of the other gunnery whites are already max level, but you know, whatever. All right, so you're gonna spend one turn healing, get back to full.
Folly.
Eltharion is nearby. I'm gonna move Robert back up to Kofor.
Admiral, prepare my coffin.
Pete is gonna do nothing for a turn.
Darkness comes.
All right, this is where we start getting into kind of unexplored territory. I do not know what we are expecting to see over here.
Moving.
And if Cathay decides to declare war on us, it could be very inconvenient.
I have forged a weapon for the express purpose.
Yeah, minus 24.
Executing you.
That's never happening. All right, we'll just have to hope they don't decide to declare. We'll try to get across their land as quickly as possible.
Salt spite.
And Arnessa is going to try to run.
Bring them back. More moving.
Let's get out of the mountain pass here and recover a little bit of health. Mountain pass attrition is apparently a serious thing, even for the undead.
Buccaneer of the dead. On land.
This does not matter. Okay. So Eltharion's not going to be able to make much progress himself. I wouldn't think. Let's see if he feels that way about it, or if he's just going to go ahead and press on. Because he totally might. You know, we see a lot of elves of various types sort of overestimating their position, playing their hand perhaps a little harder than that hand warrants. Ooh, okay, he's sailing all the way into the bay. I feel like this is probably really bad for him. I feel like that is not going to work. Oh, how I wish you would have just finished the fucking job. Sure. Sure, fine by me. The Dark Elves and us, we have a lot in common. Yeah, I really wish Sinch would have, Kairos Fate Weaver would have actually put the last defenders away, because they had no armies. It would have been a trivially easy thing to do, and he just bailed to run around in his own territory and accomplish nothing for a while. That is the kind of AI decision making you see all the time, and it's just baffling. But yeah, we might want to have Robert and Annie just sort of like unite behind what's his name? Bellacor's declaring war on me. Well, that's annoying. I don't need any more enemies. I wonder what his plan is, because he doesn't seem to have a lot of armies or anything. I know he had a couple of stacks near Musalon, but like he is not going to be able to. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. We need movement speed more than anything else.
Darkness comes.
Somebody's having a loyalty problem. We're gonna run the Curse of Eternal Service as soon as it becomes available. So we can actually reach Eltharion.
Corsair of the night.
Robert is not fast enough to show up as a reinforcement.
It would breach my vow.
Once again, I think he has maybe fucked up a little bit with his army composition.
Serve for eternity.
And he's in full sail, so his troops are not really prepared for battle. I think we can just go pluck him.
They are shark bait.
Maybe this is me being overconfident. Eltharion himself is dangerous, but it's not that dangerous. So he's on the back of a giant bird. 59 attack, 59 defense is not that impressive for a combat-focused lord. And he's only got 4,000 HP. Large flying creature with 4,000 HP is pretty rough.
The tide has come in.
That's the kind of thing that dies in a hail of gunfire pretty regularly.
The value lies outside of the blade.
Very quickly at the beginning of battle.
Vampire of the waves.
And then Annie's healing quickly. I kind of don't want to sail away from the reef, but I'm a little worried that fighting the reef at this level of health will mean my Skaven die. So maybe we just hang out for a turn or two.
I trust them.
Okay. Definitely want to pick up the bonus missile strength for the rifle units. I guess we don't really have a lot of rifle units, but it affects the deck gunners as well.
This isn't the god's victory. It's mine.
You tell them. You know what I like most about Annie is her confidence. Okay, 67, 61. We're getting there. That's pretty scary.
Waylaying.
Pete's going to set up an ambush. Let's see if we can cause some trouble here.
No straggling. I've got your back.
Aranessa's going to take the familiar roads through this desert. We are well acquainted with this stuff. I didn't want to let her units get too low because of the fact that, you know, these guys might declare war on us at any time and they could have an army on their southern border. But at this point, we're going to just sprint for friendly territory and heal up there. All right. Gotta cross the water.
Forward!
Don't really know what to expect from here.
Very well.
Our maps are less than informative in this area. So yeah, we'll sail up the Jade Sea and I guess.
Lay the order.
All right, Robert's loyalty is in fact down to merely +4. Which means that I could have assigned him to a fleet office, and I didn't, and I should have. Jimbo can sit in an office, though. Is there anything that would be helpful? This stuff would give us more. Okay, if we had a gunnery master, that's bonus ammunition for all of the armies. Leadership up for some armies. Hero and Lord recruit rank up faction-wide. That's fine. Upkeep down for units we're not using faction-wide. Construction cost changes? Yeah, we kind of have all the important stuff filled. Well, we'll get Robert fixed up and he'll be fine. If his loyalty gets too low, we will get like an event offering us the opportunity to do something about it.
Onwards!
He's not just going to turn on us out of nowhere. And if he does, we'll have Annie sail down and execute him. So there. I guess Protective Hide affects the Deathstreak Terrorgeist, which we don't have any of, but we might get some of those. I kind of think we're just out of meaningful technology. All right, Aranessa's probably only a couple turns away from being in friendly territory again, and then we can start figuring this out. And yeah, I guess let's see what Deloria is up to. Pete is not a very good ambusher, but if they start their turn far enough away, if they start their turn outside of the area where you get to make the check to see through the ambush, then they often will commit long moves before the roll ever occurs, and they will not update their orders once the roll has been passed. So we can still get a lot of the benefits of an ambush in those cases. Interesting. They'd rather head north than take Liberis for free. You would think if you were planning to do battle on that continent, you would want to grab the port that's going to let you get troops up there quickly. Well, whatever.
Fair winds and fairer tides.
Still no. Still don't trust you. Sorry, Ikit. I think justifiably. That dude's strategic decision-making is questionable at best. I'm really worried about how much strength the Caravan of Blue Roses seems to be acquiring. They backed off. They got 2 settlements that, as far as I can tell, cannot spatially exist. And then they've just made an infinite amount of money with which to hire troops. Seems very strange to me. Okay, a great engagement, leaving hundreds dead on each side. Yep, movement range and line of sight up for everybody. Ooh, the Dark Elves have taken the Sword of Cain. Interesting.
Admiral of the fleet.
The war that's occurring on the Western continent must be very weird. So Deloria went back home.
Undead raiders.
Fallen deckhands. Corsair of the night.
Interesting. I think I'm going to have Andy wait one more turn before we try to take this. And I'm not going to move Pete forward until it's time to until it's time for Annie to move up. All right, improved money-making building, probably worthwhile. I don't know that any other changes around here are going to be worth anything. I guess this is, you know, that's money-making as well. Maragliano is properly maxed out. Graveyard can take an upgrade, and I think that's probably not even worthwhile. It's just not, it's not very interesting until we can get this upgrade, which is a ways off. Because I don't intend to hire a lot of hand cannons. Alright, so a lot of our units
Pirate Queen!
were not asked for orders, which is
Come, crew, move.
just the AI being spiteful. Trying to get me to skip turns. Do we want the next defense upgrade next, or... You know, Wild-Eyed is pretty good. Let's get that.
I thirst. Move your spineless
All right,
back.
basically what I'm trying to do right now is get out to the sea, and we'll try to figure some stuff out from there. Right, because there is this road that runs between the rocks, and I reckon this is where their settlements must be. Let's hope so, because we've spent a lot of effort running in this direction. Okay, these lot are actually not doing anything with their turn. So, back to it, and just keep an eye on these damn elves.
Come on board. I'll guarantee.
Nope, still no. Your strength rank 1, just handle it. It should be the case that between the Skaven and the Tzeentch units, they can just put the Wood Elves away. But that would require a little bit of focus. Oh my god, Kairos, just sail 8 feet north and finish off the last defenders. You are killing me with this shit. And you know, if their troops were just wandering back and forth, not really doing anything, but at least doing so in meaningful areas. It would be a lot more interesting. They would be providing some kind of like general defensive energy. Enemies might be more afraid to take their stuff or whatever. The fact that they're doing the running back and forth in an area where they're so far from every front that they're fighting in that they may as well just be not, that army may as well not exist. That's really frustrating. So wasteful. Okay. We still don't actually know where Gorok went. I haven't seen him in a while. Hopefully he is not just waiting for a moment of weakness. Because one's never going to come. Actually, I'm definitely going to get bored and overconfident and start moving my troops into places. That's for sure going to occur. Oh my god, the Caravan of Blue Roses is showing us more militarily powerful than we are. That's very worrying, considering I now only have one army trying to deal with that problem. All right, great work, Pete. You're really helping out with the construction over there. We'll go ahead and run this. Try to help out with our leadership problems there. Our morale, loyalty is the word I want. Our loyalty problems there. She makes it all the way to Xandri this turn. And now she's getting proper healing and everything. I think she actually has a little bit of movement left. We can probably make it into the water. Yeah. Okay. We'll grab this on our way out. But Aranessa is back in position to help with the big conflict. And you are just trying to... Yeah, I think I just want to get in the water for right now. Stop being in everybody else's territory. And then we'll figure out what the stuff looks like on the shore afterward. This is the turn where Annie can probably just go get this for free.
Sails up.
I just really don't want to lose my Skaven again in a stupid auto-resolve thing. Okay, that's a more real force than we usually see. A couple of rotting leviathans, but we shall simply disregard them.
It is only mine.
We got a necromancer. There we go. There's the treasure. Hell yeah.
The galleon away.
What if just a truly huge amount of gold? All hands hoy. Definitely very powerful. You are taking... So you have Wild-Eyed already. I guess, yeah, just Carnophage. I'm getting my two Morngul Haunters mixed up a little bit.
These are mine. Setting sail.
Alright, so I think Pete's gonna join her at this point. Ooh, we could go kill Gentleman Jenkins. I should do that.
The seas are my domain.
Oh, and in fact, I will make it this turn even. Yes, declare war. Just, would you fucking go? This is not a there are no diplomatic consequences to murdering Gentleman Jenkins. Just fucking sail. Oh, the cowardice. I figured because he's not a real army, he wouldn't... that's annoying. All right, well, we'll kill him next turn. My demand for you is to stop being disloyal.
Swashbuckler.
All right, I'm gonna send Wendy more directly up to this area. I want to get better eyes on what's going on with the Bear Legion. That's gonna matter a bunch in the very near future. Okay, we can probably afford to go ahead and commit some upgrade money, even though we don't necessarily need to, and we're at negative income. Yeah, let's just get these going. Now that we are this level of rich, I think it's okay to do so.
Blood and plunder.
All right, yeah, we might be able to catch them out of sorts if we show up when they're not expecting us. And if we knock out a couple of their settlements or something, maybe they will leave us alone for a little while they rebuild. Wouldn't that be fun? Should probably take us out of fast forward mode. I am curious if Gentleman Jenkins' turn is going to be to just sail at full speed away from us. Are you... Okay, you're also going north. Well, Siege better get their shit together. Yeah, because they're going to be losing settlements left, right, and center because they haven't bothered to participate in any of the wars that they're fighting in some time. Oh, hey, it's Gorok. Well, that's interesting. I mean, Annie's in good shape. I don't know that I need to be afraid of that. Honestly, maybe we just turn around and kill him. I'm not sure. Like, his army has a lot of monsters, but it also has pretty tough infantry. We're going to have a hard time fighting Sauruses generally, but especially Sauruses with spears, which I think he had a few units of. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Not a problem for today in any case, certainly. Alright, try to turn this off so that we can get vision of Gentleman Jenkins' turn as well. Nope. He ran away from me, only to sail directly at me during his turn. What a bizarre... What a move. What a choice.
It is only my role.
Okay, well. There we go. We unlocked ourselves another Regiment of Renown. Lucky Levi's keepsake. A clutch of reports regarding ill discipline in the lower ranks is cause for concern. Okay, this doesn't matter.
Sea dog.
Out of curiosity, we should be able to see from Robert. Hold on, let me, I guess. Oh, never mind. No skill point to spend. Or rather, no skill point slot to spend. We can check with Robert's army because he has an open slot. What exactly is the deal with these units? Ah, okay. It's a handgun mob that also has spears. So they're a little bit better at receiving like a cavalry charge or whatever. Because usually the handgun mob is the normal sword deckhands with guns. These are spear deckhands with guns. That's not really a great difference. The fact that they're automatically rank 9 is pretty cool, though. You know, the extra accuracy will matter a bunch. Also, out of curiosity here. So Gorok has not changed his army at all. He has not sustained any meaningful damage from sailing over here. The Skink Chief is a spellcaster. The Saurus Scar Veteran, both of them, are going to be on the backs of massive, like, Tyrannosaurus-type creatures. And then Gorok himself, yeah, you can see he is a small unit here. Gorok himself does not ride a mount. So he's just a dude on the ground with 55% shielding, 130 armor, not a huge amount of health, but because he's not a large unit, he will also, you know, a larger percentage of projectiles will miss, and he'll be harder to aim at in general. It'll be easier for him to get, like, blocked by things standing in front of him. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do well against that army. We can certainly outrun them if need be. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be leaving at all. Apparently Bellicor is on the way. Well, you know, these all seem like problems for next time, Samhain. So good luck to that bitch. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, Aranessa Saltspite is returning to the front after all too long of an absence, and we are going to start resolving some problems with serious vengeance, and then also maybe get embarrassed by whatever the Caravan of Blue Roses has morphed into over on the East Coast. And we'll see you then.